First class on United Airlines. What could go wrong? I should be in for a treat with luxury service and a premium seat. Is this a correct assumption? In this video, I put that assumption to the test. I fly United Airlines on their new Boeing 737 MAX 8 with their newest first class product. Will it impress, or is first class even worth it? In this video, I share my full experience, including the seat, service, and flight. This is part 2 of a 3-part series comparing some of the US's top airlines' first-class products. Stay tuned. My day began in Boston at Logan International Airport. I like Boston's airport, and I'm excited for the new Delta Focus terminal coming out soon. But I didn't have long to stare at construction, as I had to find the nearest security gate. First-class flyers get 2 checked bags for free, but since I was flying light, I just brought my carry-on. It wasn't long before I found a long security line and made my way through. The security lines at Boston are pretty efficient. It wasn't long before I found my gate, though our aircraft was nowhere to be found. Thankfully, within a couple of minutes, I watched our Boeing 737 MAX land and make its way to our gate. The turnaround time was great, and we were ready to board in no time. Before I do board, consider subscribing. I love producing quality flight reviews and aviation-related content, and if that's your cup of tea, hitting that subscribe button goes a long way. Anyways, first-class passengers were amongst the first to board, which included myself and the rest of the first-class passenger pool. I was really excited for this specific flight, as I had managed to get seat 1A, the first window seat in almost any aircraft. While it may not be technically the best first-class seat, I was planning on reviewing several airline services from the exact same seat, which I think is the fairest way to go when reviewing. Anyways, I was at my seat in no time and started to take a look around. The tray is on the right side armrest next to the small and relatively cramped storage compartment. I was barely able to even cram my small bag into the space. There was an additional place to hold a bottle as well as charging plugs below the seat. There was another small slot to, I think, hold a laptop, though it was pretty tiny. The legroom was pretty good. For someone 6'4", the legroom feature is essential in first class. Looking up top, there were plenty of air vents to keep us cool and ventilated during our journey. As you can tell, I really enjoyed the adjustable drink mat. It became useful within a couple of minutes, when a flight attendant came around with a tray of pre-departure waters and orange juices. What an upgrade over American offering just water. Soon enough, the safety video began playing and we began to push back from our gate. Our taxi was pretty long, but included some great views of the tarmac, including a Play Airlines Airbus jet straight from Iceland. The views over downtown Boston and the bay are beautiful, so I was excited for this takeoff. After nervously looking at some engine strike-sized birds, the engine started to spool up for takeoff. The view over Boston really was incredible, but I was excited to check out United's entertainment system. United has been adding more dedicated IFE systems to their newer jets, while competitors like American have just been abandoning them, even on premium classes like first class. The system came with a remote and had a nice selection of current movies and TV shows. I cared most about the map feature, which was customizable. I love these maps, and United seems to be better equipped since my last flight with them. This IFE system is great. Props to United on going against the flow of removing IFE systems to cut costs. This really sets them apart from other US airlines. But the best part of this flight is yet to come, so stay tuned while you enjoy these views of thick clouds over New York. Earlier on, the flight attendants had come around asking for our drink orders. I took a look at the menu, which shows off the drinks on selection. First class passengers get free alcoholic and non-alcoholic options, but to my surprise, they had premium coffee options on demand as well. And no, it wasn't freshly made espresso, but they did offer a premium brand cold brew. What a surprise! I even got jealous looks from my fellow passengers as I swirled a bit of milk to the iced cold brew. This is by far the best coffee I've had in the air, and the bold notes of steeped coffee go a long way, 30,000 feet in the air where our taste is a bit numbed. I make cold brew at home, and this was some of the best I've ever had. Unfortunately, United didn't end up handing out any snacks. Before long, we were already descending over New York with rainy skies. As this flight was about an hour and a half, no actual meals were provided. On flights over around 3 hours during meal times, there is such a service. But for a flight this short, I wasn't too disappointed with the service, though I definitely would have expected at least a choice of some type of snack, like American Airlines offered in their first class. Do you think such a short flight in first class is even worth it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. This flight was enjoyable, the seats and entertainment were great, and the staff were friendly and attentive at all times. I did wish there was more storage with the seat, but all in all, there was enough to get by. The weather into Newark International Airport was very outcast, and even after we eventually landed, we had to stay on the tarmac for a while until the lightning went away. Before you click away, make sure to watch my first episode of this series on American Airlines. I flew their first class product on a very similar aircraft with the exact same seat, and even the same distance to provide a fair comparison of both products. That video is linked on the top right of your screen. Coming up soon on my channel is a detailed comparison of both airlines' first class in one succinct video. If you'd like to support my efforts in a more personal way, consider becoming a channel member. For as little as 99 cents a month, you can get exclusive access to our Discord server, special recognition, and other perks. Press the join button down below to learn more. Otherwise, just hit that like button down below. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next.